Texas League Baseball is next. And welcome into South Texas, Texas League Baseball, right here on the show as we get set for this evening's matchup between these two ball clubs. And so far, it is about ready to be a good one here tonight. Proud sponsoring this broadcast is Dr. Pepper, the official drink of your San Antonio Missions. My partner here in the booth, John, will get us started here tonight as we begin this fifth game of this six-game series. Well, take it away, John. We'll let you handle things from here. Thank you, my good friend Bob. Welcome in, one and all, to this live Saturday night broadcast as we get set for this fifth game of the six-game set between the visiting Corpus Christi Hooks and your first half South Division champions, your good guys, your San Antonio Missions. Two teams conclude the series tomorrow afternoon. Our first pitch at 1:05. Gates open at 12, so make sure you are here. Bark in the Park is also presented by Petco, the official pet supply office of the San Antonio Missions. And every Sunday game, you bring your pets as they are a family of ours. And so far, Bob's lovely wife Ann will be here. And so far, she will be coming in with the St. Bernard and German Shepherd. And so far, pretty good on that. Missions will hit the road for a 13 days as they will travel to the North Division to take on the two rivals, the Arkansas Travelers and the Springfield Cardinals, after tomorrow's matchup. Missions back home on Tuesday night, August 15th, taking on the visiting Midland Rockhounds in a six-game set to launch off a 12-game homestand. First six against Midland, second six against the Amarillo Sod Poodles. Missions, after that 12 games, they'll head back on the road as they will head to Wichita for a six-game set. Then after that six-game series at Wichita, Missions will head West Texas to take on the Midland Rockhounds in a six-game set before returning to the stadium here in San Antonio to take on the six games versus off Springfield in a six-game season finale in the regular season. Don't forget, Thursday, September 21st at 7:05, it is our Texas League Playoffs Division Series Game 1 and Division Series Game 2 coming up to be announced. Go online, samissions.com, or correct way to do it, sanantoniomissions.com. Purchase or print your tickets from home. Also, follow the Missions all season long with the First Pitch app from Minor League Baseball. Or you can watch us here on YouTube Live. And you can download that, YouTube and MLB TV, or the First Pitch app from any app store or Google Play on any device. And then you'll be good to go. Well, so far, Bob, we are about ready to get things started. And tonight, we are back doing our pregame show. And I got to say, San Antonio, a one-run victory, defeating Corpus Christi to claim the fourth game of the six-game homestand. Well, I got to say, John, what a absolute finish as the Missions winning 7-6 against Corpus Christi. And I got to say, tonight could be another night for the Missions as they try to get up to a 56th victory of this current season. Well, I got to say, Bob, it is most important because now Amarillo 6.5 games trailing San Antonio. Corpus Christi is 8.5 trailing San Antonio. 10.5 against Midland and 11.5 with the Frisco Rough Riders trailing just a bunch. So far, looking at Arkansas, they still hold the first place position in the North, as Tulsa will trail them just 12.5 games back. Springfield is trailing in third. Fourth is Northwest Arkansas. And down in last place, the Wichita Wind Surge. Well, so far, 12.5 games is Tulsa. 13 or 14.5 games, Springfield trails Arkansas. And a slewful between the Northwest Arkansas Naturals and the Wichita Wind Surge. And boy, they are still trying to get up in that second place position. I got to say, John, time is running out. And with us approaching August, it is getting close to almost the end of the regular season. It's not yet that time, Bob. I mean, we still have at least 2 months left of the regular season. And so far with the arrival of August, and so far with the 8th month coming up, and so far it is a race. And San Antonio is well ahead of everybody. Arkansas is well ahead of everybody in the North Division, which is really good, and I got to say pretty good as well. Well, tomorrow afternoon at 1:05, our first pitch, gates open at 12 noon for our last game against Corpus Christi. And got to say, this is our last meetup of the 2 ball clubs of the year. I mean, until 2024. We are expected our 2024 schedule to be released by next month, so it's going to be pretty good to see what we are expecting in the new season of Texas League Baseball here in the AA Texas League. So far, for us to continue our relationship with the San Antonio Missions, it's going to be pretty good to stay in South Texas in the biggest, largest city, that is San Antonio, home to over 500,000, and so far in the near future, it could be up to 2.5 million at some point. But anyway, they do build some big bridges, and so far off of 1604 going to 410, it is pretty much a big bridges. Yeah, I gotta say, John, it's like a Star Wars planet. You're living on Coruscant. You're not kidding, Bob. I mean, San Antonio actually does look like the planet Coruscant. And so far, for all those that know, Star Wars Night is coming up beginning on August 18th as we continue our series against Midland. So far, Mission fans can see the Jedi battling the Galactic Empire, or the Rebels will be doing that. And so far, Missions will be wearing Han Solo jerseys to honor Star Wars Night. And so far, Christmas in August is also coming, beginning that Saturday versus off Midland. So we get 2 events in one whole week, so that's pretty good. Christmas in July will also be followed by post-game fireworks, the extravaganza on that Saturday evening, as we play the 5th of the 6 game set with the visiting Midland Rockhounds. Don't forget after that Sunday, as we will wrap up the first half of the 6 game homestand, against the Rockhounds. We will have another Bark in the Park presented by Petsco and PetSmart, and also the pet supply places that will be all around San Antonio and all around South Texas. And so far pretty good as we honor our four-legged furry friends. And dogs are man's best friend, and so far we will always honor our four-legged friends. Also, tonight we have Love and Dad and my stepmother watching from Brady, Texas, so we welcome them out. And so far we are good to go as we get things started here tonight for our ball game. Got a huge shout out to my whole family up there in North Texas. And so far, we are about ready to get things started here tonight for this fifth of the 6-game set. Well, we're about ready to get started. Thank you, Bob, for our post-game. And so far, our post-game show, and gotta say, we are about ready to get things started here tonight. Do apologize, got a little indigestion, and so far I ate pretty good today, so anyway. Well, we're about ready to get started. The fifth game of the 6-game set, presented by Dr. Pepper as we go live right from our San Antonio ballpark here this evening. Dr. Pepper, the official drink every Thursday this half of the season. $2 Dr. Peppers are initiated through our concession stands, and they're all night long. So don't forget about our $2 specialty drinks from Dr. Pepper's and sodas in this season. Gabe Mosser, a right-hander, will come out of the bullpen. What do we know, Bob?
I gotta say, a guy like him can have a finesse of pitches. And so far tonight is his time to shine here on the mound for San Antonio.
And I gotta say, you're absolutely right, Bob. Leading off first for Corpus Christi, shortstop Gray Kessinger. Get things started here for the Corpus Christi Hooks. And we are about ready to go, and we're underway as that one is thrown in. And that's the count now, 0-1. We're live at 7:15 after the pregame show of myself and Bob. And so far, we are down to our last pregame show tomorrow afternoon, beginning at 12:30 as we get set for the final game and last meetup of the year between the two rivals. That one right there is high and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Gray Kessinger. Fans still piling in, getting their tickets scanned in. And the 1-2. That one fouled in the way, and that's still the count now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Corpus Christi at San Antonio, Amarillo at Midland, Frisco at Wichita, Springfield at Tulsa, Northwest Arkansas at Arkansas. Well, after tomorrow's game, the Missions head the road on the North Division. And so far, playing 2 North Division teams, that is the Arkansas Travelers and Springfield Cardinals. Right up there, third baseman Dunn will get things going with the out. And there is one away in the top of the first. Well, at last night's finish, boy, Corpus Christi losing just a run. Final score 7-6 as San Antonio takes game 4 in this homestand. Will Wagner will come in for Corpus Christi. And the pitch. That one inside for a cold strike. Gets 0-1. Last night we got a late start. And the sun was already down. And so far, I got to say, we had a perfect evening to get things started. No balls, 2 strikes to Wagner. The pitch. And that's going to be line drive up to right field as they'll get through for a 1-out single.
Boy, so far a beautiful, partly cloudy night. Gotta love the look of our San Antonio Stadium here in South Texas. A lot of people traveling on US Highway 90. And that's going to be line drive, and that's going to get through for a base hit. As left fielder Albert Fabian and center fielder Tim Lopes tried to corral the ball. And it will land up and left for a base hit. Matthew Barefoot coming in, first and second, one away. In the top of the Corpus Christi first. That is high fly in the air. Up in left center is Tim Lopes. As he makes the grab, and there is no advancement towards second, as that will be 2 quick outs. Hot corner third baseman Brian Arias coming in for Corpus Christi and ready to go. And that one is lined foul, and that's the count now, 0-1. Boy, cannot wait for our next homestand after this one, as we verse off Midland in a 6-game set following after that. Amarillo will be in town. So that's going to be pretty fun to watch, right, Bob?
I got to say, a big homestand, 12 games. It is going to be really huge. And those games are pivotal here in the Texas League and for the Missions.
And that's going to be line drive, and that's going to get all the way to the wall. And that's going to be run number 1, run number 2, and that's going to be a 2-run triple for Corpus Christi. Boy, and Brian Arias gets up to third on that hit. And that will pass the first baseman Juan Fernandez and right fielder Tirso Ornales. Batting in the 6th spot, Alex McKenna. McKenna comes in, and he takes one right there and in for a code strike. It's 0-1. 2 away, runner at third. A third potential for Corpus Christi. And the 0-1. Right there, just shy of the inside corner. And that is the count now, 0-2. 0-2. That one high fly in the air. Right fielder Ornales tries to get it, but it will go foul. Got all of our fans watching here on YouTube Live. Hello, everybody, and welcome into our broadcast. High fly in the air. Fabian makes the running grab, and he's got it for the final out. Well, a 2-run triple by Brian Arias. It's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors for Corpus Christi. And now we head for the bottom of the first inning. It is 2-0 Hooks. Well, getting started, Jaden Murray will get the call for Corpus Christi on the hill, as he'll start the bottom of the first. Get things started. And what do we know about Murray, Bob?
I got to say, he's got a command of an arsenal. And that's one thing you got to watch out, as he has a finesse of 4 solid pitches. And he could pretty much get you if you're not paying attention. But so far, you got to stay on your toes and watch where that ball is going.
Well, center fielder Tim Lopes coming in for the Missions, and that one is a slider inside for the count now, 0. Correction, home plate umpire Jeff Andrews is saying that there is 1 ball, 1 strike in the mix. Well, that one thrown inside, and it's 1-2. Getting a little confused, but that's all right. That one's going to be high fly in the air, right there up to center field, and that gets through for the base hit.
Got to say, a beautiful line drive right there, and that center fielder tried to get up to it, but was not able to get there, and they'll land for that single.
Yeah, you're not kidding, Bob. That was well executed right there. Shortstop Evan Mendoza coming in as he takes a ball. And it's the count now 1-0. Beautiful night for San Antonio. Our record high temperature, 96 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss, and that slider makes him jump out of his shoes and socks for a code strike 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's going to be high right there. And that's caught by the left fielder for out number 1. Well, the chance now, let's give the home team starting lineups. And so far on your screen, you know these boys, they're here to win another one, to claim the 56th of this season. A close finish of last night, 7-6. Final score as San Antonio takes the 4th of the 6 games. Right fielder Tirso Ornales coming in as he takes one shy of the inside corner. And that one is in for a code strike. It's 0-1. We'll go ahead and give you scores. And so far, 1 at a time, 2-0 Corpus Christi against the San Antonio Missions. That one right there, flip to second and right to first, a double play, and they get them both. So no runs on a hit, no errors. The man left stranded. And it's on now to the top of the second, and it is 2-0 Corpus Christi. Back here for Texas League Baseball. When we return, Scott Schreiber will lead it off in the top of the second for the Hooks.
Boy, what a way to come out to the ball game, and tomorrow is it as we get ready to wrap up 6 games against Corpus Christi. Come out and join us for Bark in the Park for tomorrow afternoon. Our first pitch at 1:05. Our live broadcast will get started at 12:45 with me and John in our live pregame show, and it's going to be pretty good. Well, we send it back to the ballpark as we get set for the top of the second inning, as Scott Schreiber will come in here in the top of inning number 2. Take it away, John.
Well, thank you, Bob. You took the words out of my mouth. Well, we get started with the 7-hole batter, Scott Schreiber, in the top half of inning number 2 for the Hooks. Right there and inside for a taking code strike. It's 0-1. Now we got to go ahead and get your scores, as we just already told you about Corpus Christi, and so far the live broadcast says it all. The 0-1. High fly in the air. Up and center is Lopes, and he makes the play, and that's for out number 1. Well, through end of 5 there at the porch, Wichita will trail the Frisco Rough Riders by the score of 5-4. And boy, what a good game going on against the Rough Riders and Wichita. Well, for the Amarillo Sod Poodles, they ended 4 innings of play, and they lead 5-1 against Midland. So pretty good right there for the Sod Poodles. 3-0 shutout for Northwest Arkansas, taking on their next door neighbor team, the Arkansas Travelers. Pretty good right there. And last but not least, Tulsa and Springfield. 5 innings complete for the Springfield Cardinals and Tulsa Drillers. They now head for the top of the 6th inning. Springfield leads Tulsa 1-0 there at DCJ Field in Tulsa. High fly in the air right there. Tirso Ornales will be shy of the line in right field, and that will be for the final out of this half inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. And to the bottom of 2 we go, and it's 2-0 Corpus Christi. Juan Fernandez coming in as we get things started here in the home half of 2. And the pitch. And that one's going to be high fly in the air. Center fielder will make the running grab just shy of right field. And he's got it for the out. Hot corner third baseman Lucas Dunn. Also the Gold Glove winner of 2023. So far as we get back from the 2 North Division teams, Arkansas and Springfield, everybody will cast their vote for another prospect. And this time around, we are going for Juan Fernandez or Tirso Ornelas or any of your favorite missions that are on the roster. So vote for your favorite. Go online now, samissions.com, cast your ballot and vote. And we'll see you on Tuesday, August 15th, taking on Midland. High fly in the air, up in right field, and that will be for out number 2. The designated hitter is Grant Little as he comes in for San Antonio. Here's the pitch by Jaden. That one down and outside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be high fly in the air. And that will go out of play and foul. Luckily, guys, there are a couple of ball clubs that will have a 12-game homestand. And so far as we look at Arkansas having their first 6 against Northwest Arkansas. And then their second half of 6 to begin a new week versus off San Antonio. And right there, swing and a miss, and that will do. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. To the top of the 3rd we go. Corpus Christi up by 2. We're back here to lead off the top of the 3rd inning, as we'll have Greg Kessinger to lead it off here in inning number 3. It's 2-0 Hooks. We're back in 3, 2, 1. Well, welcome back, everybody, to Texas League Baseball as we get set for the top of the 3rd inning for Corpus Christi. Greg Kessinger will lead it off here in this half inning. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be an easy, fair ball down the line. And that's going to be a first pitch hit for Corpus Christi. And boy, they come out as Greg Kessinger, the leadoff man for the Hooks. will easily get on first base. Will Wagner coming in as he comes in, and that's going to be another base hit. 2 back-to-back hits. I gotta say, pretty good on that one. Boy, Corpus Christi, they really do mean business as they try to get some more runs on the board. Well, you're not kidding, Bob. Here's the pitch. And that one's going to be high fly in the air. Fabian in pursuit will make the running grab. And that is called for out number 1. So for the Wichita Wind Surge, they will have the Frisco Rough Riders for the first leadoff 6. And second half of that leadoff 6 will be the Tulsa Drillers. They're pretty good right there as having 12 games for your home team. That's pretty good, and for your hometown as well. Matthew Barefoot, the right fielder, coming in, and that's going to be line drive, and that's getting up to center field. And here comes the runner from second in to score as Corpus Christi gets their 3rd hit and 3rd run. Boy, and they're whacking base hits like you want to even believe. And new score reads, top of the 3rd inning, Corpus Christi 3, San Antonio nothing. Ryan Arias coming in as he takes one right there and outside for ball 1, 1-0. Well, so far pretty good right there. The 1-0. Too high and outside for 2 balls and no strikes. Boy, I gotta say, for Gabe Mosser, he needs to focus that command on that strike zone. He's letting it get under his skin real easily. You're not kidding, Bob. He's losing faith and confidence, and you can't really do that when you're on the mound. You really got to focus pass baton mentality and keep things rolling. 2-1. And outside for ball 3, the count now 3-1. Well, good hold up. Alex McKenna now getting on base for Corpus Christi. 3-1. That one now fouls off, and that's a full count now at 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2. And that's going to be line drive up to center field, and that's going to get through for a base hit. And that will be another single coming in, a run in to score for Corpus Christi, and it is now 4-0 Hooks. Alex McKenna coming in as he's got 1st and 3rd. And a pitch. And that one's going to be high fly. That'll be an RBI sacrifice. Here comes the run. And in to score from 3rd, as that will now be a 5-0 ball game for the Hooks. Boy, just reminds me of a couple of days ago where Corpus Christi was really on the hitting streak. Yeah, I gotta say, John, the 2nd and 3rd of this series, they really went and got things going. So as this is the 4th game for Corpus Christi, or should I say the 5th game, do apologize. Where are you, Bob? I must be daydreaming. No, or you got probably your head in outer space where it doesn't belong. Well, excuse me. You sound like that woman from Holes. You know, that Disney film. Yeah, don't get me started on that. Well, I gotta say, 3 runs come in on 4 base hits, no errors, and 2 left. To the bottom of the 3rd we go. It is Corpus Christi 5. San Antonio nothing. Second baseman Jackson Merrill coming in as he will lead off the bottom of the 3rd for the Missions. That one right there in the end for a code strike. It's 0-1. A pretty night tonight thus far. And that's going to be high fly in the air up shy of right center. And the center fielder has it for out number 1. Left fielder Albert Fabian coming in. One away, nobody on. Bottom of 3 for the Missions. And a pitch. Right there and in. And that's the count now, 0-1. Here's the pitch. And right there as it's hit weakly to short. He'll zip line it right to first, and that's out number 2.
Batting ninth, the catcher, Michael Cantu.
Well, the 9-hitter, Michael Cantu, will come in. And boy, I gotta say, this could be another 1-2-3 inning for the Missions here this evening.
Nope, that's a ball.
That one right there, and that's a ball, and the count now 1-0 the delivery.
Ball, that's in.
Outside for 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0. And did he held up? And no, he did not. That's called appeal by Jeff Andrews for a code strike. Gets 2-1. The pitch. And down and in right there at the bottom hand side corner. And that's the count now 2-2. That's going to be line drive up to left center, and that's through for a 2-out single. Boy, and this half inning will continue to go on. And that's going to bring in the center fielder, Tim Lopes. Lopes coming in. Pretty good for him here tonight. Still trying to get in and whack one to get on base. Right there to second as the third baseman for Corpus Christi will throw out the runner advancing from first to second. Well, we played 3 innings, a 5-0 shutout. Corpus Christi has this in their hands as we head for the 4th. It's 5-0 Corpus Christi. Well, about ready to go. Zach Daniels will lead it off in the top of the 4th inning for the Hooks. And we'll take our break right here. It's Texas League Baseball between the Missions and the Corpus Christi Hooks. Well, we're about ready to go, and so far we're turning it back over to John as we get set for the top of the 4th inning for Corpus Christi. Take it away, John. Thank you, Bob, and do apologize. There was a little something in my throat. No, Eli, this is not football. This is baseball. Zach Daniels will lead it off, top of the 4th inning for the Hooks. And the pitch. Right there and in for a code strike. It's 0-1. Boy, got a lot of viewers coming in. 5 as well. Here on YouTube Live. Welcome in, everybody. The 0-1. And that one high in the air. Right there as Albert Fabian nearly lost that one. And that is for out number 1. C.J. Stubbs coming in as he's 0 for 1 with the line out he had earlier. And the pitch. And that one fouled and away, and that's the count now, 0-1. Pretty good crowd here tonight, right, Bob?
I gotta say, you're not kidding about that, John. It's always good to be at home and to always see a lot of smiling fans coming to the ball game.
The 0-1. And that one lifted high fly in the air. And that is going to get down for no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2. Right there, strike 3, and he gets him down. C.J. Stubbs, a 9-hole batter, will get called out on strikes. And so far, pretty good on that one. as the pitcher, Gabe Mosser, will get the strikeout. Leadoff batter for Corpus Christi, Greg Kessinger, coming in as he takes one right there and in for a cold strike. It's 0-1. Tomorrow afternoon, our first pitch at 1:05 on a hot Sunday afternoon. Be sure to bring your dogs as we have Bark in the Park, also food and water. Well, you can actually see the moon as we get things started here in this half inning. Swing and a miss. That's the count now, 0-2. Got a full moon tonight, and hope everybody can see it once it gets dark, but I see it from our booth, and it is pretty good. Right there, line drive over the third baseman's head, and that is going to be for a 2-out single.
The second baseman, Will Wagner.
Well, second baseman Will Wagner will get things started. And that's going to be lifted high fly in the air. Center fielder Lopes camped under, and he makes the play. That will end the half of the fourth inning. So no runs on a hit, no errors, and one left. And we now head for the bottom of 4. It is Corpus Christi 5, Missions nothing.
Leading off for the Missions, the shortstop.
Shortstop Evan Mendoza coming in as we get set for the bottom half of 4, as that one is right there and out for the ball, and the count now 1-0. The pitch, and that one is 1-1 strike. Sun beginning to set on this Saturday night, and the pitch. And that one's going to be lifted high in the air, and that will go out of play and foul for the count now 1-2. That one high in the air, up to left field, and the left fielder will get it. And that is caught for the out.
Now right fielder, Tirso Ornelas.
Well, Tirso Ornelas coming in as he grounded out in the first inning. The pitch. That one outside. It's 1-0 strikes. Boy, cannot wait for us to come back home after 12 on the road. Starting off the month of August to take on Arkansas. Gotta say, we're gonna miss you guys while we are away. But you can watch us right here on YouTube Live as we take on Arkansas on that night. Gonna be a beautiful night there at All-American when we go there. And so far, catch us in Arkansas when we go live at 7:05 on that Tuesday evening. That one is line drive, and he'll jump throw, and they'll get him. No runs, no hits, no errors as we played 4, and Corpus Christi is up by 5. To the top of the 5th we go, and that is the score. Jordan Brewer will lead it off, top of 5 for Corpus Christi, and it's 5-0 Hooks.
Well, about ready to go for the top of the fifth inning for Corpus Christi. And so far, let's get to it. John, bring it back right here.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. Jordan Brewer coming in for the Hooks as we get set for the top of the fifth here tonight at the ballpark in San Antonio. Here's a pitch right there and down and low, and that's the count now, 0-1. Brewer is 1 for 2 of the night for Corpus Christi. So far, pretty good as he steps in the box. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. And that one is high fly in the air, and that will go out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. And that one high fly in the air. Right fielder Ornelas runs it down. And he's got the first out. Matthew Barefoot, 1 for 2, single RBI and a run. Getting things going for Corpus Christi. Right there and in for a 4-seam fastball, and that's the count now, 0-1. Boy, that 4-seamer is Gabe Mosser's favorite of all pitches.
Yeah, it really is.
That one right there, line drive, and that's getting through for a 1-out single.
Now batting, the third baseman, Brian Arias.
So that'll bring up the third baseman for the Hooks is Brian Arias. Arias coming in, the pitch. Right there and in, and that's taken in for a code strike. It's 0-1. 5-0 Corpus Christi, top of the fifth inning. 2 for 2 by Brian. The pitch. That one high and inside for a taken code strike. It's 0-2. The pitch. That one high fly in the air, and that will go foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch by Mosser. High fly in the air, and that will hit the stands out there. And that's now the count now, 0-2. 2 for 2 tonight by Arias. The pitch. And he'll send that one out of play, and it goes foul. The pitch. Right there at the inside corner for a cold third strike. And there's 2 away. Well, Alex McKenna coming in. And that one right there and in for a code strike. It's 0-1. Oh, beautiful outskirts of San Antonio. You do see the new building way over there. And San Antonio being the largest city of a population of 500,000 people that live here in the Great Alamo City. And that's going to be right there, line drive, and that's going to get through for a base hit. So 2-out single will continue this half inning. 6th and 7th potential runners due up for the Hooks. And pretty good. Scott Schreiber coming in 0 for 2 of the night as he'll line that one out of play and foul for the count is 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. The pitch. And right there and in for a code strike, and it's 0-2. Boy, starting to turn out to be a pretty good night, right, Bob?
Gotta say, it is beginning to show effect that we have a good night on hand for us.
And right there, strike 3 gets them down. And 2 left stranded in the top of the 5th inning on a couple of hits. So we go to the bottom of the 5th, And it's 5-0 Corpus Christi.
For San Antonio, the third baseman, Lucas.
Hot corner third baseman Lucas Dunn coming in. As we are ready to go for this half inning. That one hit right there and up in right field as that's run down by the right fielder for the out. Designated hitter Grant Little strikeout in the second. Is 0 for 1 of the night by the Missions. That one and in for a code strike. It's 0-1. After tomorrow's game, Corpus Christi gets back on the road. They head to the Panhandle to take on the Amarillo Sod Poodles in a 6-game set. Corpus Christi will return to Bayfront Park to take on the Frisco Rough Riders in a 6-game homestand beginning Tuesday, August 8th. And gotta say, the Missions are out for that week also, as they will play at Springfield during that day, launching off the 6 games. High fly in the air, right fielder will get into center as he'll make the running grab for out number 2. Well, Jackson Merrill coming in, and so far pretty good for the night, as Corpus Christi may have this in the bag. Right there, line drive up to second, and there will be no play. So that goes down a fielder's choice on a base hit. And that's going to bring in Albert Fabian, 8-hole cleanup hitter. And that one is high and outside for ball 1. Count now 1-0. Boy, starting to get dark on this Saturday evening as we're going through 5 innings of play here tonight. And that's going to be high in the air. And they will run it down just shy of right field for the center fielder to make the play. And that's for the final out. Well, Zach Daniels will lead it off for the top of the 6th inning for Corpus Christi. When we get back, it's Texas League Baseball. Corpus Christi 5, San Antonio nothing. Well, about ready to go for the top half of the 6th inning for Corpus Christi. Zach Daniels to lead it off here in this half inning. Here's the pitch, high in the air. Up in left field is Fabian as he tries to look at it. That one will go out of the yard. It'll go foul. No balls, 1 strike to Daniels. The pitch. And that one is out of play into the crowd, as that's 0-2. Little souvenir as well. But pretty good right there. Again, he'll send that one foul. Still holding on at no balls, 2 strikes. Oh, and 2. And that one line drive up the left. And that will be another base hit.
Now back, catcher, CJ Stubbs.
And that'll bring in CJ Stubbs. The pitch. Right there and in. And that's taken for a code strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. And that's the count now, 0-2. And pitch out. And they'll try to get him out at first. And 1 ball, 2 strikes the count now. Pitch out. And oh my goodness, a throwing error. That's something you don't want to do. And the catcher deserves that one, an E2. And boy, you don't want to ever get caught in that one. And they look over to second. And he's back in. And back in safely again. As he will continue to look at second. 2-2 the count now. And that's going to be line drive. And that's going to get up through for a base hit. Arnales and center fielder Tim Lopes chasing it. And make that their 6th run for Corpus Christi on an RBI triple. And that's going to bring up the shortstop, Greg Kessinger. And, hang on everything. We're going to have a balk. And 81 is going down to first.
The second baseman.
Well, what the heck did they issue a balk for?
Huh. Well, Bob, I don't even know, but the home plate umpire said, balk. And that one high in the air. Fabian in pursuit, can't get there, and that's going to get in for another base hit. 7th run for Corpus Christi comes in, 8 runs in to score. And boy, that is going to be a wild pitch. And they're just letting the ball get away from these guys tonight. Already 3 runs for Corpus Christi come in to score. San Antonio, an error by the catcher, Michael Cantu. And that one high in the inside corner for a ball, and the count now 1-0. Still nobody out, runner at third. 8-0 Corpus Christi over the Missions. The 1-0. And that one's going to be line drive, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Run number 9 come in to score. And that's going to be in, and that's a RBI triple.
The right field,
And that's going to bring in Matthew Barefoot, the right fielder. And time now is the pitching coach will come out and have quick words. The manager is going to get a new relief pitcher to come out. And so far, that'll bring in Jordan Guerrero as he's called upon to pitch in relief. Boy, Mosser really put his ball team through HELL. And so far, San Antonio down 9-0. And Mosser will probably get the L. I mean, if they don't get this changed around as soon as possible, then that's going to be a different story to tell. Well, Guerrero coming in as a right-hander. And the pitch. That one high fly in the air. Tirso Ornelas will make the running grab, and that's a quick out, number 1.
Now batting, third baseman, Brian Arias.
Well, there's Brian Arias, 2 for 3, triple single, 3 runs in tonight for Corpus Christi. Average at a 301 over opposition of 542. He's had 8 home runs with 15 RBIs for Corpus Christi. Pretty good right there, as he's a pretty good boy from the Houston Astros affiliation. Up top, Fernandez will make the grab, just shy of the mound, and that's out number 2. 4 runs here in the top of the 6th inning for Corpus Christi, and boy, they've been letting San Antonio get punched in the gut or punch in the face or give you that rhapsody in the kisser. McKenna coming in, the pitch. And that's going to be right there. Dunn will flip it to first, and that's a quick out right there to first. Well, 4 runs come in to score on 7 base hits. No errors and a 2-man left on base. To the bottom of the 6th we go. It's 9-0 Corpus Christi. Michael Cantu coming in, bottom of 6. As San Antonio trails a slew of 9-0 here in this one. High in the air, second baseman. Make the grab. He's got it for out number 1.
Now batting, center fielder, Tim.
Well, the center fielder, Tim Lopes, coming in. Single on the first is 1 for 2. Don't forget, after this half inning, we will go to our commercial break. And we will be right back to lead it off the top of the 7th inning for Corpus Christi. Here's a pitch. That one high fly in the air. Right fielder will make the grab, and he's got it for a quick out, number 2.
Now batting, shortstop, Evan.
So the shortstop, Evan Mendoza, coming in. Well, I got to say, if Corpus Christi wins this ball game, they will trail Amarillo just by 1. And that one is taken well and inside for a code strike. It's 0-1. Mendoza shakes his head in disbelief as that head scratcher goes to Jeff Andrews. Well, why does it go to him for? Because he's the one umpiring. He's the crew chief of the whole Texas League Umpires Association. Now that one's going to be line drive up to right center, and that's through for a 2-out single. Boy, home crowd is pretty much quiet in this time. Oh, you're not kidding, Bob. But evidently, this home crowd needs to get things rocking and rolling. I mean, through this time. Tirso Ornelas coming in as he hits one high in the air. And up to left center, and that will do. No runs on a hit, no errors. The men left on. And to the top of the 7th we go. As Scott Schreiber coming in. It's 9-0 Corpus Christi. Well, leading off the top of the 7th inning for Corpus Christi, Scott Schreiber. Schreiber coming in as we about ready to get things going. The pitch, right there inside the corner, and that's taken in for a code strike. It's 0-1. Oh, 1. And that one is chopped foul, and that's the count now, 0-2. San Antonio, 9-0 shutout. Corpus Christi earned all 9 runs in this ball game. And like I said, if Corpus Christi wins this ball game tonight, they will trail Amarillo a game and a half from getting up to second place. Right there, high fly in the air, and that is for one away to Tirso Ornelas. Zach Daniels 1 for 3, single and a run. Coming in for the Hooks here tonight. That one, line drive, and that's going to get through for a base hit. And boy, continuously, that is going to be a one-out double for the Hooks. And boy, these guys are really just trampling all over the Missions. CJ Stubbs 1 for 3. coming in as he takes one in the inside corner for a code strike. It's 0-1. Do apologize. I'm listening to my parents. You know, little doggy just loves to bite toes, I will say. That one high fly in the air. Center fielder Lopes lunges out to make the play. Just shallow left field. And that is for out number 2. Bark in the Park tomorrow afternoon at 1:05 p.m. And so far, our last game and meetup against these two ball clubs. Won't see Corpus Christi till next year. The pitch. That one high and outside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. But hey, we had a pretty good time, didn't we, Bob?
I gotta say, with the Hooks, Houston Astros affiliation, it was pretty fun. And seeing their impressive new looks on their jerseys, just really good in this ball game. Greg Kessinger coming in as he's got 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner at second. And that will be the 10th run for Corpus Christi, awaiting out there for that base hit. 2-1 the count now to Kessinger. 34 waiting on second. The pitch. High in the air. Fabian in pursuit and makes the grab for out number 3. Well, to the bottom of the 7th we go. And it's the 7th inning stretch. It's 9-0 Corpus Christi here in this ball game.
Leading off for San Antonio, the
first baseman Juan Fernandez coming in as he's 0 for 2. As we are through the 7th inning stretch on this Saturday night on a 9-0 Corpus Christi lead as San Antonio trails the Hooks all 9 runs. Up there in left field as that will be caught in the out. And that is 1 away in left field. Well, Lucas Dunn, the third baseman, coming in. And the pitch. That one down and outside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Oh, we just saw a little puppy. I gotta say, it's pretty good to see little puppies. You know, and to tell you one thing, Bob, I cannot wait to have my own house one of these days. I mean, I sure hope when inflation and corruption and all this stuff that's going on, I really hope that it will end at some point.
Well, you know, John, to tell you one thing, when you have a man that sits in the White House and does absolutely nothing, and, you know, he just sits in there, enjoys life, people try to talk to him, and he just flats up ignore them.
So you talk about Biden, right?
Yeah, we'll talk about him and stuff.
Well, tell you one thing, Bob, we can't put that on there. I mean, do apologize on behalf of minor league baseball. I mean, seriously, Bob, what are you thinking, man? This is baseball, not politics, you ding-dong.
Sorry.
Well, we end 7 complete innings as Corpus Christi continues their lead, 9-0 over San Antonio. We're back for the top of the 8th coming up as Will Wagner will lead us off in inning number 9. Or number 8, do apologize.
That's all right.
Leading off the top of the 8th inning for Corpus Christi Will Wagner. Wagner coming in, and so far 6 outs remain for both sides. As that one is swung on and missed, and that's the count now, 0-1. And, hold everything. We got another balk going on. And so far, that will be for the first runner to get on base. Oh, Jordan Brewer's coming in, 2 for 4, triple single RBI. And so far for the Missions, they're in trouble again. The pitch, right there and in for a code strike, gets 0-1. 5th game of 6 tonight. And so far tomorrow, our last one. Right there, swing and a miss. That's the count now, 0-2. A pretty good night, right, Bob?
I gotta say, and John, I do apologize about bringing in what I just said in the last inning.
Bob, you really got to think about what you're saying, okay? Politics need to stay out of our sports. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, can't worry about what goes on in the world today, but we need to keep this country in our prayers.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Well, right there and out of play. The count now 0-2. I mean, be respectful. I mean, that's all we have to do. 0-2. High in the air, and that one is out of play and foul. Oh, 2. And that one's going to be line drive, and that's going to get through for a base hit. And, boy, they're still searching for it out there. And now that's going to be the 10th run for Corpus Christi, as they will play almost a half dozen. And, boy, the Missions now trail 10. They give up a balk, so that's a free walk to number 36. And that's going to be high fly right there. Fabian makes the grab, and he's got it for out number 1.
Now back, the third baseman, Brian Arias.
That'll be bring up Brian Arias, 2 for 4, triple single, and 3 runs coming in for him in his favor. The pitch right there in the end for a code strike. It's 0-1. 10-0 Corpus Christi, top of 8. Pitch here, right there, swing and a miss, and that's the count now, 0-2. Well, we got 4 viewers coming into our YouTube Live. Hello there. 0-2. And that's right there to shortstop Mendoza. Zip line right to Fernandez. A quick out, number 2.
The batter, the designated hitter, Alex McKenna.
Well, Alex McKenna coming in. He's 1 for 3. A single and an RBI. Rocco Alturi. Hello there. How you doing? Eli, it's baseball. It's not foosball. It's not basketball. It's baseball. And that's line drive up to center field. And that's going to bring in the 11th run for Corpus Christi. And boy, they are really whooping them here tonight. 11-0 here in this game. And time now is going to be called, as here comes the pitching coach. And Jordan Guerrero may be getting out sooner than expected in this one. That'll bring up the Staten Island left-hander. Tom Cosgrove will be in for San Antonio, second reliever for the Missions here this evening. The pitch. High fly in the air, and that one will go out of play for the count now 0-1. Fly out in the 7th is 0 for 4 of the night for Corpus Christi. The 0-1. And that one high fly in the air. And boy, that one is out of here. Oh man, that's a whipping. And they get a pair, and it's 13-0. Get a Rhapsody and the Kisser. Hi-ya! Yeah, you're funny, John. Well, what do you call a pig in a ninja? What? A pork chop. Very funny, John. Zach Daniels coming in, and boy, he delivers one. And I gotta say, that will be a 2-out double. And that'll bring in CJ Stubbs. Not the best night for San Antonio in this game, as they give up 4 runs here in this top half of the 8th inning. Corpus Christi has been riding them throughout this whole entirety of this ball game. 13-0 Hooks. And right there, that will hit the catcher. And that's the count now, 0-2. Trying to punch out this half inning. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. And they'll stop the bleeding here, as that will do. 4 runs on 8 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. To the bottom half of the 8th we go. Corpus Christi up 13-0.
Leading up for San Antonio, the
second baseman Jackson Merrill coming in for the Missions. And about ready to go. And that's a line drive. That's going to get through for a base hit. And going to first, going to second. And that's going to be a Whataburger double, as finally the Missions will get on base. So courtesy coupon is a San Antonio double meat cheeseburger, courtesy of our boys there at Whataburger. Boy, pretty good on that one in this one. Don't forget post-game fireworks after this extravaganza tonight. Even though the Missions may lose this one to Corpus Christi, evidently tomorrow will be the last game of this 6-game meetup. After this, Corpus Christi is getting on the bus and heading to Amarillo. And after that, the Hooks will head back home on Tuesday, August 8th to take on the Frisco Rough Riders there at Bayfront Park. Like I said, Springfield and San Antonio during that day going head-to-head for a 6-game set. And right there up to left field, and that gets through for a base hit. Or correction, an out. That's going to bring up Michael Cantu. And the pitch. And right there in the inside corner. And that's taken in for a code strike. It's 0-1. Oh, 1. And that one right there and outside. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. One delivery by Murray. And the pitch. That one is too high, and the count now 2-1. 2-1. And that one line drive up to center, and that's going to get through for a base hit. The run coming in, and in to score as San Antonio will end a shutout, trailing a 12-run deficit. And how do you think they're going to get through that, Bob?
Well, they need ribby after ribby.
Shit, you're not kidding. That one down and in, just shy of the inside corner. And that's for ball one, 1-0. Center fielder Tim Lope singled in the first, 1 for 3, the start of this ball game. Pretty good right here. 5 outs remain for the Missions, as that one is fouled in the way. The count now 1-1. One and one, and right there and in for a code strike, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and two, and that one right there. Flip it to second, relay it. They get them both. So 1 run on 2 base hits, no errors. And they leave nobody on base. To the top of inning number 9 we go. Corpus Christi up 13-1.
Leading off for Corpus Christi, the shortstop.
The shortstop, Gray Kessinger, comes in as we start the last inning of the night here in Game 5. The pitch, right there and in for a code strike. And it's 0-1. The Missions trail a cheaper by the dozen. The 0-1. Right there and in for a code strike, and it's 0-2. Join us tomorrow. Our first pitch at 1:05. The 0-2. That one high in the air. And that one is right there just shy of the warning track. And that's caught for the out.
The second baseman, Will.
Second baseman is Will Wagner. 3 for 4, triple, 2 singles, 2 RBIs. And that one is fouled in the way. The count now 0-1. The pitch. And right there and in for a code strike, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Will Wagner looks in. The pitch. That one will be popped out, and that will go foul. And the count now 0-1. Here's the pitch. And right there to Fernandez, and boy, he catches that one. That would have been a 2-base hit right there for Corpus Christi. That'd be Jordan Brewer, 3 for 5 of the night. And that's going to be line drive. And that's going to get down for a 2-out single.
The right fielder, number 21, Matthew.
Right fielder is Matthew Barefoot. Barefoot coming in. The pitch. Right there and in for a code strike, and it's 0-1. 2 for 5, 2 singles, RBI and a run. Now, we do apologize for talking about you-know-who, but evidently Bob and I, we don't need to be saying things about that, because that's not the correct place for it.
Again, I apologize on the behalf of minor league baseball for me saying that.
Bob, this is a game. I mean, we're not supposed to be talking politics. That's not the right stuff for this. 0-2. I mean, I accept your apology, but don't do that again. People don't want to hear that during the live stream. That's high fly in the air. Center fielder Lopes will make the play. And that is for the final out. No runs on a hit, no errors, a man left. To the bottom of the ninth we go, and it's 13-1 Corpus Christi. So yes, Bob, I will write you up on top of that for saying something. And the first write-up goes to you.
Nope.
So don't get any more. Well, we got people warming up in the Corpus Christi bullpen. And as baseball always says, for strike one, that is strike one to Bob. And that doesn't go away for at least 2 weeks. So you better behave yourself while the missions are at Arkansas and Springfield.
The right fielder,
So the right fielder, Tirso Ornales, coming in as he lined out in the 6-0 for 3 of the night.
And I will say this, I do apologize. I won't say that again. I'll keep my mouth shut.
Well, Bob, it's not about keeping your mouth shut. It's about respecting other people. I mean, personal opinion, just be nice. Well, Tirso Ornales will ground out. And the mission's down to their final out here in the 9th inning. Boy, and I can already say through this game, I'm witnessing that Corpus Christi wins their 48th. So right there, that one is taken inside for a code strike, and it's 0-1. So San Antonio will be 55-38. And Corpus Christi now a game trailing Amarillo just by half a game. 48-47 the Hooks, as they will pretty much win this one against San Antonio. Final score 13-1. And pretty much a good one here tonight, as the Hooks will celebrate on the field as they end here tonight. Well, for all of us here, we're going to go off the air, and so far a lot of fans about ready to enjoy the fireworks. And for myself and Bob, we say good night and so long here in this one.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 35 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.